Hey everybody, I'm Lifestyles with Eric. Happy Saturday evening. Happy Saturday evening. We are live. We've got Miss Harlem with us tonight. She's granting us some of her time, and we definitely appreciate that. Um, when you come in live, make sure you hit the like button, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. If you're not a subscriber of Lifestyles with Eric, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you a part of my family. You're not just a subscriber, you're definitely family. So make sure you do that when you come on in. Make sure you're subscribed. Hey, Tay, what's going on? Thanks for coming in tonight. Like that video, like the video. Make sure you thumbs up. I appreciate you coming in tonight. Happy Saturday evening.
Hello.
And thanks for giving me some of your time. All righty, we got Miss Black. Hey, what's going on? Hey, Miss Sunshine, what's happening? Thanks for coming in tonight. Thank you. Hey, Tay. All right. All righty. All right. Miss Kenyatta, thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. All righty. We are live. Okay. All righty. How you doing, Miss Harlem?
I'm good. How you doing? Hi,
All
chat.
right.
Hi, everybody.
All right. So, how's your Saturday been? Pretty good?
Yes, it's been a good Saturday. How about you?
It's been pretty good. Pretty good. I've been out in the yard and doing leaves and all that stuff. And you
Oh,
know, that's a task, but I got it done. I got it done.
oh,
Yeah.
you did outside house cleaning. I did inside house cleaning.
Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow I got to do my gutters and get the leaves out the gutters. So, yeah. Just stuff when when you live in a house, it is what it is. It's what you do.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what'd you say? Money Montana. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing fine, Tay. Thanks for asking. I'm doing fine. Thank you. Miss Bev Roundtree, thanks for coming in. Make sure you like the video when you come in. I'm doing fine, everyone. Um, all right. I hope everybody had an awesome week, a great week, blessed, prosperous week. My week was pretty good. Um, there was no hiccups for the most part. I got through it. You try not to rush the work week through and get to Friday, but man, I tell you, it's hard sometimes. It is hard.
Friday is the best day out the week.
That's what I always say, especially when you're off on the weekends. I mean, you just gotta look forward to that little bit of time off to yourself where you can just you know unwind and do nothing if you don't want to. So
Right.
yeah, yeah. So everybody saw the title. We'll get into that here shortly. Um, but there are a couple of other little stories I had saw. Um, I guess there's a 13-year-old young little boy out of Ohio that strangled his 68-year-old neighbor, Sheila Ted Penny. And this little boy, I'm calling him, he was a little boy. He was plotting this unaliving for months. He had been researching um, how to get a victim. He had been researching how to strangle a person. Um, uh, it's really sad to think that a 13-year-old little boy would be even thinking about something as horrific as something like that, and how he was being raised from birth to 13. What was in his head. The victim's family spoke at the um, hearing where this young man was sentenced to only juvenile time. He was only sentenced to possibly, I think, about 8 years. So he'll be out about time he's 21 years old and with no criminal record or anything like that. And my question to everyone is, do you think that he'll be rehabilitated because he had again plotted this? He had thought about doing this for months, and even said the lady was. He even said that she was putting up a fight, and he thought that was kind of funny.
Oh, wow.
And somebody 13 years old. I mean, you just where did he get that mindset?
I just wonder what was going on in his household for him at the age of 13 to actually be planning to commit that crime. Like, what did he see? How was he raised, as a
Right,
kid?
right. Um, yeah, that's what I was. That's what one of the. So that's what the victim's family had said at the hearing. They said that they were sorry that he um, was basically wasn't raised to know right and wrong. Because think about it. Excuse me. People don't understand how effective it is to raise a child because children are sponges coming out the mother's womb. They don't know anything at all. And if you don't teach them anything, or if all they see is chaos, 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 and hurting, and they're gonna maybe do that. They may do that to others when they go out in the public. If we don't mold those children like a piece of artwork uh, when they're babies to the time that we don't have to do it anymore, then they'll be deformed piece of art, a deformed piece of art. Basically, if you can use the, if you can think about that analogy, there'll be a deformed piece of art versus a beautiful piece of art if we mold them from the time they're little till they get where we can just say, you know what, this piece of art is done. I'm done with it because I'm an artist, so I'm just thinking of it like that. Um,
Right, right.
and so we're not getting that now. I've been seeing so many young people doing so many crimes. The parents have to hold some sort of accountability. I mean, especially if they're under 18 years old. Now, if they're under 18 years, they're children. I mean, what the hell is going on in their house? Nobody cares. What you think? I don't know.
Right. I agree with you on all of that. And then I look at it too. What did the mother go through during the pregnancy? What was her relationship with the father? Were there any substances involved in either side at any time? Any kind of abuse that she may have gone through, or anybody in the family that, as the baby, they were subjected to it. Kids grow up, like you say, they a sponge. They grow up how you raise them. You know, kids like aren't born as races. Kids play together,
That's
and
right.
while they're little, it's what goes on in the household that brings it about.
That's right. That's right.
But that's sad to be 13
And
and like your life is kind of gone.
do you notice they're getting younger?
Right.
And the I'm saying, oh, as a matter of fact, a a 16-year-old girl just stabbed her mother the other day too. I mean, what is going on? And then I want to say another child, hold on. Yesterday, another child, let's see. It's something similar. I mean, another child doing something to their parent or grandparent or something like that. Yeah, um, a granddaughter. Uh, so I think a granddaughter was stabbed. A grandmother was stabbed by one of the grandchildren, but then the mother was shot by her 16-year-old daughter the other day. I think down in Texas, she was shot by her daughter. Uh, a shot, like five multiple times. I mean, I don't know. It's just it's more and more. young people doing violent things, and then
Right.
to their parents.
Right. But they're not even doing it just to their parents, they're doing it to other kids.
True, true.
They do it to other kids because do you know the story a few weeks ago about the 5-year-old girl that was attacked by the 8, 9, and
We,
10,
I,
8, 9, and 10 year
yeah,
olds?
I talked about that, and that right there just tore my heart out.
Right. So
Mhm.
it's not that they doing it to their family, they doing it to other kids.
And they're, look how young they were.
Right.
So what were they seeing? What did they see? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just too much.
It is. It is. I'm thankful that I've had, I've got some good children. I'm thankful that I've, stayed in their lives and able to raise my, kids the right way. And man, I'm glad I don't have no little ones right now because it's hard. It is hard. It's hard raising children as it is, and to be bringing children and raising them now. Wow. I Kudos to people with little kids that are doing a good job. Keep up what you're doing. Hey, what's going on, money man? Right on for coming in. Yeah, because it's hard. It is hard raising children. My youngest is 19, and it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, even the school system has kind of changed how they do things with the
Not
kids
kinda.
now.
A lot. A lot of changed. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I don't like it. I don't like it.
neither do
I
I.
don't like it at all.
Mm-mm.
No, not at all.
Neither do I, because my grandson, he started kindergarten this year. And it's like kindergarten now, they want them to know everything before they get there.
Okay,
So it's no longer the teaching of writing your name, your ABCs, your colors. None of that stuff is done. They have to come in kindergarten and be ready to go.
okay. I mean, hey, maybe that's making the parent to, hey, teach the kid a little something before they, get in there, I guess. Is that what you think?
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
I said, do you think that kind of puts a little pressure on the parent to kind of show them some stuff before they get in school?
I think the parents should work on things, but I just think that it becomes too much because, like I discussed with my daughter, because he has like 3 or 4 things that he has to do for homework. So you a parent, you done worked
Hmm.
8 hours, you done stressed at your job, and then you got to come home and help your kid do homework, and it's like you going back, you going back to school.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I get it. I get it. Yeah. I mean, they're putting so many different things in schools now that you gotta, start your kids off this way, that way. So yeah, the schoolwork is not even the same. So it's even harder for a parent that hasn't been in the school system in a
It's
long
not.
time. My parents were educators, but still, school is different now. It's so different. It's different. Yeah. You see everybody saying, "Hey."
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's see what else. I don't know if you. I saw a story, another story on TikTok. I saw where it was this younger black female. She business owner. She had a couple businesses. She lived in Texas, and she had a husband. He was in prison, and he got out of prison, and then 10 days later he unalived her.
Oh, wow.
I mean, she spoiled this man, took him on trips, all kind of stuff. I mean, it was, I don't know, weird. I don't know, that's weird too.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So I sent you a story about the man that found out that his son was his brother.
Yeah.
And that's something. Yeah. This
Yeah, that
gentleman's
was
name is,
crazy.
isn't that crazy? I just wanted to get anybody's opinion on that. This gentleman's name is Troy Stevenson, and he found out that his so-called son was was actually his brother, and his father had been sleeping with his girlfriend. I just feel that's such a betrayal, because it's not about sex per se. It's just a betrayal. Period. It's a betrayal. Um, that's something that you can't go back in. You can't put it back. There's a child involved, and in that case, that can really cause a big rift in a family. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, and I'm sure the father felt he was uh, doing something that would strike his ego, because when a lot of older gentlemen, a lot of times when they sometimes get some attention from a younger woman, it's an ego striker. So uh,
Right.
I'm sure the father felt like he still had it going on, and even though it was his son's girlfriend, why not? But the bad part of that is it. We know men kill each other over or unalive each other over women. So to sleep with um, your son's girlfriend is just not the thing to do. I mean, you really got to be low. You got to be real low for that one, because you can go get a piece of ass anywhere, but you slept with your son's girlfriend, my brother.
That one was crazy. I wonder how that happened.
How it happened?
How did it come about? Like, how did it come about, for
Yeah.
them to even be involved with each other like that?
Exactly. I'll say maybe he offered her some money. Maybe she was a scud bucket, and she needed some money, and it just got out of hand. I don't know. That's just
Yeah,
dirty.
that's what Montana said. He said women and money. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. That because that's kind of simple. Well, no, it's not similar. But did you hear about the story few months back? This was in Philadelphia. Pretty Puerto Rican girl. I think she was Puerto Rican's. A gentleman, he unalived her boyfriend, I mean her husband, and their baby, because they were he was an older gentleman, and he was messing around with her and giving her money, and he told the police he was tired of her taking his money. So he 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 unalived her and threw her baby in the lake, and killed her husband, or unalived her husband, killed the whole family.
That is just insane. Like an older person, like you say, I understand they want to get their ego stroked by some younger person, but then you're older. Like, that's it for you.
Yeah. And the one thing I like to say now is sense isn't common anymore. People don't have common sense anymore. It just people are doing so many different things on impulse now. Everybody's just poof and doing something. They're not thinking, they're just doing now. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think the whole world has been off since COVID, when people were subject to being locked in the house for X amount of months.
I
And it
agree.
seemed like once people came out, everything just went crazy and it just hasn't stopped.
People are more aggressive. People, even driving, I notice people, um, everything is different now. Yeah. People are more impatient, a lot more impatient. It's just different. Let's see, one, I think. That's true, Cash. I agree. They don't always think they're going to get caught. That's true. That's true. That is true. Um, okay, so the last story on the board here: the 18-year-old young lady named Anna Kepner from Titusville, Florida. She was found unalived on a Carnival Horizon cruise that normally holds about 4,000 people, with normally a crew of about 1,400. They were, I guess, docking in Jamaica or Grand Cayman or Cozumel, the Caribbean. And before returning to Miami, this young lady was found, I believe, in her cabin. And they're not saying how she was. Thank you, Money Man. Right on. They were not. They still haven't said how she passed away or whatever. I if it would have been natural causes, because she was 18 years old, they would have said natural causes to me. I'm thinking there was something sinister to this, but I'm waiting to see, what the authorities and FBI has to say about this. But this is a horrible thing to find out, especially when she was on the cruise with her family, um, with her mom and her dad. She wasn't by herself. So I'm wondering what happened. I'm real curious. And if it wasn't anything sinister, I'll take that back right now. I didn't. It just seems fishy to me. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's really strange that she was traveling with family. I'm not sure if she was sharing a room with someone in the family or if she had her own room, but it's just strange. And then, they have been talking about her and her boyfriend had broken up, that she had posted like some messages about the breakup, and people are thinking that maybe she did whatever to herself. But I don't know if I want to believe that, because she was graduating from high school and she signed up to be in the military. Once she graduated, I just and you she's with her family celebrating. This is their trip. They taking her on to celebrate. And I just don't know if I want to say that she did anything to herself. It's just like so much that goes on cruise ships. I just feel like it was something, like you say, sinister. It's
I
it's
really, I honestly think that there are a lot of predators on the cruise ships. I don't know if they're workers, because 1,400 workers, that's a lot of workers, but there's a lot of people that come on those cruises that are looking for prey. Now, whether it's single men or um, whoever, I just think there are a lot of predators on these boats. And you hear if you hear of men, things happening to men, but not as much as you hear is happening to women. Um, and I don't know. I really think there's some weirdos on these boats, and I just think from here on out, young ladies, keep a buddy system. Um, uh, I don't know. Do you not stop going on cruises, or do you just are you just more aware of your surroundings? Don't get drunk. You can't get pissy drunk because you don't know. You just don't know. You just don't know. These boats are huge, and it's a lot of people that you just don't know.
But the cruise ships have cameras. I don't understand why they wouldn't have already known what have happened. And it was
True.
just strange. Even so, the FBI, they gave a time of her passing. Usually it's like, oh, this happened between 11 and 1. But they had an exact precise time. So what do they know that they not sharing with her family?
Exactly. How do you know an exact time of her death? If you, well, like you said, cameras. So that means you know who went in her cabin or who came out of her cabin. There's cameras all down the hallways. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm, okay. Well, I hope that her family. um, get some sort of justice, because this is just it's crazy. I mean, I hate to hear stories like this because it's a mystery. It's a
Right.
mystery. You know, you we don't know. You just don't know. You don't know what happened to the baby. It's sad, so sad. She didn't get to graduate. She was a cheerleader. She didn't get to graduate high school. Um, it's unfortunate, and I hope that she did not do this to herself. Um,
Right.
I pray that didn't. I pray she didn't do it to herself. Uh, yeah, but I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. Thank you for coming in. You got some people to come in tonight. I appreciate you, Harlem. All right.
Of course.
Yeah. Thanks for giving me some of your time, and we'll have to get you back on here again.
Oh, sure. Just let me know.
Yeah, whenever you get some time for me. Right. Right on, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you like the video. Remember, I'm Lifestyles with Eric. We were live tonight. I appreciate everybody's comments. I appreciate all the love. Oh, not a problem at all. Anytime, anytime. You're always welcome in my house. You're always welcome. Just make sure you wipe your feet when you hit the door. All right. Wipe your feet and hit that like button. All righty. All righty, everybody. Well, have a good rest of the evening, everybody. Happy Saturday evening. Good evening. We definitely need to talk. Miss, okay, wait a minute. Absolutely. Okay. Sounds good. Because we definitely need to get together, Sunshine. All right. And I appreciate everybody coming in. Thanks for subscribing. Okay, I've heard that before. Okay, I'll just take that as a compliment. Okay, all righty, everybody. Well, I'll see you guys. See you guys again soon. All right, take care.
All right. Good night.
Good night.